If you can see my legs, if you can see my legs, it's because I'm not wearing pants. I gotta this shit. Hi, episode 2. I did a bunch of notes on this one, but then I didn't save them because I'm stripping. Hi, episode 2. I want to give a special shout out to everybody who watched the first one, and I hope you'll keep watching it because I'm gonna keep doing them. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. Episode 2. We're gonna do 4 movies today. You know the scale. If you don't know the scale goes from Birds of Prey to 10, and some movies get higher than 10. But yeah, if you have any questions about that, just watch episode 1 until I get like actual graphic or something. I'm working on that. Anyway, Vin Diesel, Isa Gonzalez, and Guy Pearce star in Sony's 2020 production of Bloodshot, and that is all the nice things I'm going to say about this movie. This movie is bad. Let me save you an hour and a half of your life. Go on, click on the search bar above when this video is over and type Bloodshot trailer. Watch the trailer. That's pretty much the entire movie. That is the whole movie. That is, there's nothing in the trailer that is not in the movie. Some of the scenes are slightly longer, but that's pretty much the movie. I'm not going to put it here, but, that's what the movie is. The movie is essentially God damn it. Vin Diesel is Ray Garrison. Ray Garrison is a soldier who was killed in battle and brought back to life by a shady corporation using nanotechnology that makes him super strong and pretty much immortal. The rest of the movie is pretty much the company chaining him up over and over to go kill random people because they brainwash him into believing that these people killed his wife. And none of this is spoilers. This is all in the trailer. So and at some point he realizes that he's being chained up by the company and fights back. That's the entire movie. I mean, people, the trailer makes the graphics seem like it's amazing. You're thinking to yourself, this is going to be at least a solid action flick to turn your mind off and look at for a while, but it's not. It's just a bad movie. I mean, you have so many cliches in this movie that they reference it in the movie, and calling yourself out for all the cliches doesn't make you a better movie. It doesn't make you meta. It's like your writers were lazy, or they realized that it was bad and they were like, wait, we should call it out so nobody will draw attention to how bad it is. I know, I do it all the time, right? So this movie gets 1 out of 10. This movie was almost gonna get Birds of Prey out of 10, but I really hate Birds of Prey. Fuck that movie. Anyway, the second movie we're going to review is Honey Boy. Honey Boy is Shia LaBeouf's writing debut. Remember Shia LaBeouf from Even Stevens? And it's kind of cool and those Transformers movies. Anyway, and it's kind of cool because Shia LaBeouf, this movie is based on Shia LaBeouf's actual life. So it's interesting. It's really uniquely shot. It's really uniquely presented. How they jump back and forth through time it isn't confusing like another movie that I will mention later on in this, but it's really interesting to look at. It's really, really interesting to see him kind of show you a glimpse into his life and what he had to go through growing up. And it didn't seem preachy or trying to make me feel sorry for him or anything. It just seemed like he was just telling me a story, telling all of us a story, a really interesting story that you should take it. This movie stars Shia LaBeouf, Lucas Hedges, and Noah Jupe. Jupe? Probably. You're expecting me to pronounce names properly on this channel, you're going to be horribly disappointed. FKA Twigs is also in this. Remember that songs? Remember FKA Twigs? I don't even know what song that is. Anyway, this movie is great. Every scene with Shia LaBeouf and Noah Jupe is cool. It's like every scene is great. Like Shia LaBeouf plays his dad. Noah Jupe plays Shia LaBeouf pretty much, but is Otis. His name is Otis in the movie. It's really interesting to see the chemistry between these two actors. And it's not like Lucas Hedges failed at his end playing a more mature Otis / Shia. But like it was like a line that really stood out for me when that his character said was, the only thing my father ever gave me that was worth anything was pain, and you're trying to take it away from me. That literally punched me in the face. Like, because we all have our issues and stuff with parents, and some of us use those issues to move forward. Some of us get swallowed by those issues. And it kind of brought up the idea of, is there really a difference between, do we ever really like deal with the negative parts of our life, or do we just kind of adapt to them and use them and forge them to become the person that we are now? Interesting movie, take it in. I really giving it 7 out of 10. It's good. I liked it. It was fun. I liked it. This movie, the third movie I'm going to review, was on the list. Like most of these movies are on the list, or people like message me and tell me to watch this movie or call me. This movie is equally as boring as it is interesting. Cloud Atlas. Now, the list of people who star in this movie and the characters that they play is so much that I just like print screen the IMDb, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen now for like 10 seconds so they could just skim through it. Cloud Atlas was directed by Tom Tykwer. Tom Tykwer is the guy who did one of my favorite like random old movies from the 90s, Run Lola Run. Yeah, she ran. Entire movie. And it was written and directed also by the Wachowskis. The Wachowskis is the only way I can introduce the Wachowskis without probably being called out for something. The Wachowskis. Remember the Wachowskis? When they did Matrix. Remember the Matrix? Good movie, right? Remember the other 2 Matrix movies? My problem with this movie is, okay, first let's get into what this movie is about without any sort of spoilers, because I can't really spoil this movie, I guess, because of what the movie is. I can't actually spoil it. This movie tells 6 different stories as they happen over centuries, and it, like, watching the movie, you literally feel like if you've been watching this movie for centuries. Like they could have cut like half an hour, I think, at least a half an hour to this movie, and it would have been not only more interesting, it would have kept my attention and been easier to understand and been interesting. But it would have like saved me from the 3 hours it took me to watch Cloud Atlas, and I had to force myself to stay at it so I could pay attention enough to probably put together a review, and then like 3/4 way through I realized that was pointless, because it's like, because some of the scenes in the movie just there, like they just kind of throw in a scene for like 2 seconds or 2 minutes that have to do with nothing later on, I think, or like. It was so long. Yeah. 5 out of 10. And only giving it 5 out of 10 because really it was equally as bad as it was good to me. I mean, like, I feel like a lot of people would like it because it's so complex and it looks pretty good, but it's also boring and weirdly edited at times, and the pacing kind of weird, and this kind of mirror things that shouldn't be mirrored, like there'll be a fight and then people will be having sex, and I guess crashing is the metaphor they want to make, but whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to have crashing metaphors, I'll listen to Dave Matthews Band over and over. You've got your ball, you've got your chain. Okay, so like, Cloud Atlas, 5 out of 10. Seriously, 5. It's equally as boring as it is interesting, and I can't. I will never watch it again. I will never ever watch it again. But you should watch it, I guess. Make your own like assumptions. Let me know if you have 3 hours to kill what you thought of Cloud Atlas, because I don't know. And finally, we're gonna do He Never Died. He Never Died stars Henry Rollins and this nigga whose name is Boo Boo Stewart. Yeah, that's his name, Boo Boo Stewart. This movie is an independent horror comedy, horror dark comedy film about Jack. Henry Rollins plays Jack. Jack is an immortal, I guess, antisocial loner who's stay in his bed whole day, and I can identify with some of those things. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. You could tell it wasn't a big budget, but they do a lot with the very little money that they had to do it with. You could see it. We'll take in the trailer if you want. It's good. I mean, like, it really was fun. It had its moments that were really funny. It had its action moments. Henry Rollins is a great actor. I mean, like, he's not a great actor, but like, I like his portrayal of like an antisocial loner who was in the Bible. Like, it was convincing. He was so unaffected by so much that it like I think he's my hero though. I think Jack, his portrayal of Jack in this movie is what I kind of want to be when I grow up. I don't know. It was a great movie. I enjoyed it. Gonna give it 6 out of 10 because, like, yeah, it was a good movie. Take a 10. This nigga's name is Boo Boo Stewart. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. Those 4 movies. Next week we'll do another 4 movies. Don't forget to subscribe and then like. I hope that have a good day. Stay inside. Wash your hands and do that stripping.